Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. You've come to the right place for a free estimate, free color consultation, and I will ask and answer any questions that you ask. I'll be here for you as long as you're here. I got a couple of little things to go over, but primarily I'm here for you. This is a idea that I have in place, especially on Monday. If I'm not working on Monday, I might as well give free estimates right here from the convenience of my home studio. So thank you for joining me, everyone who takes the time to listen. I hope that I am able to provide a service that is worthwhile and enjoyable at the same time. I am Rick E. Warden. The company, my business, professional house painting for almost 25 years now, is Christian Painters. I am so happy to tell you that I have over 1,900 videos on this YouTube channel documenting my commitment to excellence in the house painting world. And then also that I get new subscribers every month. I got some statistics to share with you here today. 14 followers. That's pretty cool, right? I'm just trying to make sure that's YouTube and not Facebook. Let's hop right up here. See if we see a difference. This is from yesterday. This is real-time videos yesterday in a 60-minute time period. Yesterday on Sunday, 21 views. I'm so honored. I cannot begin to tell you how honored I am to have this YouTube channel to provide this service where I can give free estimates for customers and also answer all of your questions for free. I am also here to help in any way that I can, which includes helping you find a local contractor in your area. So, for example, you may not live in Mansfield, Arlington, Dallas, Fort Worth, even. Well, that's okay. I can still answer all of your questions. I can give you an estimate based on what it would be here in our market. And then I can give you the ideas and tips and information, experiential knowledge that I have just on locating a local contractor that you can trust. Someone who lives nearby that you may already be seeing at the grocery store. That's important, doing business locally with people you can trust, especially home service professionals. And I have honed the craft of finding these people. I've had multiple successful directories online. Okay, so here I am again, honored and thrilled to be able to share this with you. This is today, last 48 hours, last 60 minutes, 29 views in 60 minutes. Last 48 hours, 1,034. So there are so many people watching YouTube videos on my channel here at Christian Painters. It's just ridiculously crazy that someone is watching these videos at all times is about what it comes down to. Almost 24 hours a day, someone is watching a video. What I need, if I possibly can, any way, how possible, I need subscribers. That's what I need. I have so many people watching these YouTube videos, the live ones, the shorts, but mostly my videos on the job doing the work. Those are the videos that get the most views. And like I said, there's over 1,900 of those videos on this YouTube channel alone. That doesn't count the Facebook page. Anybody listening on Facebook here, let's check our comments real quick. Speaking of support, look at there. Great idea. Hey, thank you very much, Dandelion Chef, for, hey, everybody, that's how it works, is you can be a part of this community. You can be a part of this little tribe. Everybody has a good time doing interior painting, exterior painting. It's a lot of fun to paint, right? Do you like to paint? Raise your hand and say hi if you like to paint. And also, join us in those comments over there. If you have a question and you don't want to call me, I'll get into that. Call me. Then just join us right here in the chat. Ask a question in the comments, and I will make sure that I address your comments. And then finally, any of my customers that have a need for repairs or an estimate or color consultation, what you do is let me know here in the chats or call me on the phone. I'm going to give you my phone number here. Well, there it is right there, 817-473-0310. While we're here, everybody, you can super chat us. You can super chat me right here, Christian Painters on YouTube. Please do subscribe. If every one of these people here, this is the craziest thing, the world, it's so, what? Yeah, the world, it's so what? That, I'm getting 14 subscribers a month, have been for a long time. I've got 3,000 subscribers now, close to it. I need to go look. Let's go look together. Somebody go look and post it in the comments. Whoop, whoop. And here's the thing is that, hey, let me try something. I can actually pull myself up on the screen while I have these pictures here, I think. Let's see, how does this work? Maybe not. I apologize. If I have a video screen up, like I can be playing one of my YouTube videos. So that's what we can do. If anybody calls and you have questions about colors, I can take you to my video and play it for you here live. As a matter of fact, I'll make sure I do that before the show's over, because without a customer to talk to live, that's for me where all the excitement happens, that interaction. And so that's what we're here for mostly, is I mostly want to interact with other people. Who are those other people? You. When you need your house painted, you know who you are, and hopefully you know who you aren't. People who know they need their house painted, they know they've already figured out how they're going to pay for it, because it's going to cost a lot. Not people who are trying to figure out how they're going to pay for it because they think it's going to cost a lot. Look, it's going to cost a lot. Everything costs a lot. If you want a job done right, it costs a lot. I share my prices. I'm very upfront and forward about my prices. To paint walls, I charge $400 an average size room, $200 for ceilings, $200 for the trim. Trim is baseboards, the door jambs around the doors, and window seals, not window trim. Additional trims would be extra, but $200 for your basic wood trim in an average size room. And then doors are $50 a door. And then closets are additional also. So I'm not going to get bogged down into my pricing. There's a general idea that an average room costs $800 to paint. If anyone is charging you less than $800 a paint to paint an average size room, walls, ceiling, trim, then they just don't know what they're doing already off the bat, or they're just doing you a favor. Yeah. What I mean by don't know what they're doing is they don't know how to make money, because they're losing money if they'll do it for less than $800 a room. And again, doors are $50 per door, so they're $25 per side. And of course, I'm like you. I'm a consumer also, so I'm not here to gripe or complain. I'm here to just have a good time and talk about what we're doing here. And so, doors add up. They add up for me on labor, and they add up time, all the cleaning that I have to do. I do so much cleaning alone that you really don't know about until you hire and watch if you're able to see the amount of cleaning alone that I do when painting oil specifically. Now I had to clean just to tape off baseboards to paint walls. So I do a lot of cleaning no matter what. And that's why the only discount I give is if there is, if the room is completely empty, no furniture, no bed, no chair, no other contractors in that room. You add contractors to that empty room, it might as well be worse than being full of furniture. I just can't really paint it with other contractors in there, is what it amounts to. So anyway, I digress once again. I was here telling everyone, thank you so much for being a part of this. My life. I've worked on this YouTube channel and Facebook page now for years. And I'm not getting rich. Trust me, I'm not even paying one bill. Let's put it that way. Here you go. I'll share this way. I bought into my 24-hour fitness. How about that, everybody? 24-hour fitness. Is your 24-hour fitness 24-hour anymore? No, they're not. I digress more. But years ago, when 24-hour fitness opened in Arlington, I bought my membership. It was $800 for 3 years, and you had 2 months to pay the $800. You had to pay $400 down. They gave you a couple of months to pay the other $400. But anyway, it was $800 and it covered your first 3 years. After that, it was $50 a year, $55 a year, right in there. It eventually got up to about $120 a month. A year. So I was paying in 2019 about $120 annually for my membership at 24-hour fitness, which makes you feel genius. You're like, whew, for once I did something right in life. But during the pandemic, they decreased their hours. Heck, they were shut down most of 2021. So yeah, 2020. And so anyway, that year it went back down. And so it could come close to sometimes covering my annual 24-hour expense. So that's AdSense on YouTube. Facebook doesn't pay a thing. You know what Facebook does? Facebook sends us messages daily on how we can pay them. That's what Facebook does. Now, I'm a Meta, all that stuff. I am a content provider officially. You look at my name, you look at my pages on Facebook. I have multiple pages on Facebook where for years I've just shared with my friends. As it turns out, that's called being a content provider. And still, I don't make any money, not off of any of my pages, including this one, Christian Painters, which would be my most popular Facebook page. And so please, everyone, if you're on Facebook, do me a favor and head on over to YouTube, where all the fun is really at. YouTube it does everything that Facebook does. You think that your friends aren't there, but they're all there. All your friends have a YouTube channel. If you have a Google email account, you have a YouTube channel. It's the same address. So get over on to YouTube and subscribe. And then everyone watching these videos who I do not know, who are not on Facebook, and I don't know you personally, because the majority of the people watching these videos, I'm going to see if that is on this right here. Let's see. Last 28 days. Does it give us a number? Oh, that's subscribers. So 48 hours. That's view time there. I had the graphic. Is this it here? How viewers find you. This is it. Thank you very much for bearing with me. YouTube search is 54%. So over half of the people who watch the videos here on Christian Painter's YouTube channel come from YouTube searches. Can you believe that? So thank you, YouTube. I just did a YouTube or AdSense I think it was YouTube. Yeah, I did a YouTube like survey questionnaire thing today. It took like 15, 20 minutes. So, I have to be honest with YouTube in those questionnaires. I want them to really understand what my gripes are. And my gripe is not a gripe. They ask, but it's, it's free speech. It's a real simple concept. Free speech will get us a whole lot further in life, even at the expense of people who just cannot grasp the value. Free speech will still get us further than anything else. And the only thing other than free speech is censorship. And part of free speech is the freedom to censor yourself and to censor others in your own life. But when you step beyond that and you're censoring others outside of your own life, your own circle, your own sphere of influence with your family specifically, come on. It's freedom of speech, freedom. Give me liberty or give me death. Okay, everybody, who's ready for a free estimate? Check out this new flyer I designed today. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I'm going to shut my cam off there. Free estimate, house painting advice, and color consultation. Use your phone camera to show me your areas needing painted. That's it. So you just let me know. You'll have to give me a comment right here. That's why I keep going back to this great idea, Dandelion Chef comment here, because I want you to see that that's what you got to do. Just leave me a comment right there so I can know who you are. And then the other thing is that phone number right there. I have this phone right here. Yeah, I've got this phone right here. Checking the volume and ringer and everything. Okay. All right, that's where I want to be. So 817-473-0310. I've got this phone sitting right here in front of me. So all you have to do is call. If you call, give me permission here to put you on the screen, on the show, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that way I can put the phone up to my microphone and everybody who watches the video can hear you talk. And what we're going to talk about is your painting needs, any questions you have, any thing that you need to get an estimate for if you need to get your house painted. Like, for example, this is a house here that you can go back on this YouTube channel, Christian Painters, and see the video where I estimated that job. Let's see what else we got here. Need a quote. So yeah, this is how it happened. I just had a customer contact me about that, and so that's how we did it right there. So this is older, probably nicer looking graphic than this one here that I ended up with. I still like it though, but it's kind of broken down here. This is the bottom part and there's the top part. YouTube Live, questions and answers, free estimates, free color consultation. Use your cell phone to show me your painting needs. Get estimate today. So there it is. Get estimate today in the phone number. That's interesting. I must have taken the time to redo the graphic there. But that's who I am. YouTube videos daily. That's what it used to be. We're not going as strong as we did pre-pandemic. That's for sure. As a matter of fact, I really don't take on many big jobs. I can, but I have to know who you are, and I have to have some time to prepare and make sure that I can do the job to my level of excellence and quality. Primarily what I'm looking for are jobs that I can do myself in a 3 to 4 day time period. I can also do jobs where, and I've done them, it's the way we've been doing it for the last couple of years. I've been doing it for the last couple of years, where I can work 3 days one week and get, half of the house done, whether it's inside or outside, and then work 3 to 4 days the next week and complete the job. And I am available to do that. Now, before I move on to whatever it is I'm moving on to, I just have to finish this thought on this graphic here. I got sidetracked somehow. 54%, over half of the people who watch my videos, which is all day. Look here, 21 views in the last 60 minutes. So just add that up. That's every, close to 30 seconds. So it's about every 40 seconds, someone's watching a video. Well, my videos last, 2 minutes generally. Some of them last longer. These live ones last a lot longer, right? And so if people are watching a video an average of a minute, that's all it takes, then, someone's watching videos at all times of the day. And that's from yesterday on a Sunday. Today on a Monday, I'll show you this graphic that it bumped up to 29 views today in 60 minutes time. So from there, external, I don't know exactly what that is. That could be where people from Facebook are going over. It could be from where, my customers, and even in the YouTube search, some of my customers certainly just go directly to YouTube and, search for Christian painters and house painting and maybe Mansfield or Arlington. No question that happens. When I have more time, I don't bring up all these graphics to bore. I bring them up specifically to brag on you, my customers, to brag to you, my customers, and to show my appreciation. There's no shame in it for me. I am so thankful and so appreciative and so humbled. Yes, I have worked hard. I've worked very hard, and that's why you should hire me, because I'm a professional. I still work very hard. And I have a lifetime of expertise that I bring to the table with me, which means I save you ultimately money, time, and headache. So there it all is. 54% through YouTube search, 33% through external, 3.8 through browse features, and then suggested videos, 2.9. So I just think it's crazy that, it appears to me that the majority of people watching these videos are people that do not know me, people that aren't even in the Arlington, Mansfield, Fort Worth area. And I can show you that on some other graphics again. And maybe one of these days I will. I'll just to keep this part of the conversation going. But that's what it is. No matter who you are, if you're in my hometown of Arlington, Texas, where I was born and went to school, or if you are from Mansfield, where I kind of gravitated towards and did wonderful things that I'm very proud of. Like, I probably painted 25% of the buildings in downtown historic Mansfield back when they were still dilapidated. Yeah, that's the correct terminology. Back when they were still dilapidated. I painted at least, I'm being conservative, folks, I've painted at least 25% of all the buildings in downtown Mansfield back before what was happening back then, where I were hearing, property owners mostly, but I were hearing, people speak of a downtown revitalization that, they want to happen. And I'm a visionary. I caught the vision. And, I offered deals and discounts to paint buildings in downtown historic Mansfield. And I cross-tied it with my promotions and my Chamber of Commerce events and things like that to make it, a grand slam home run for me in my business. So no, I'm humbled. So no apologies. That's what I'm after. That's what's on my tongue. I'm not apologizing. I'm bragging. I'm telling you, over there at the Mansfield School of Music, bear with me, please. Okay, I got choked up pretty bad. So I had to get a second there to cough and get a drink here. Okay, so there on the far south end of Mansfield, it's the old raised pharmacy building, is what it is. It's there's two different Mansfield schools of music, and I know people who have gone to attended both, and both schools are excellent in their own right. But this is the one down on the far south end. That's one of the buildings I painted most recently. When you drive through there, you see that nice Tiffany blue or turquoise blue trim. And you go inside, it's in there too, and painted all the doors and trim white inside there. And the sign outside, I painted the post and everything around it black. So it all pops, it's all beautiful, and I'm very proud of it. You see, every time or if I'm near historic downtown Mansfield, I'm drawn to it magnetically because of the energy and the love and everything I've already invested into it. So that's how this works, folks. Be invested. And it's the same thing in Burleson. The difference is I did not live. I've never lived in Burleson. I live in Mansfield, have lived, there we go, in Mansfield. Primarily for, goodness, 20 years. So anyway, that's the difference there is I, have never lived in Burleson. But in Burleson, I've painted tons of businesses. I painted the Chamber of Commerce there also, meaning that I painted the Chamber of Commerce in Mansfield 15 years ago, back before the revitalization of historic downtown Mansfield really took off. So I also painted a lot of the buildings, there's only a strip of buildings in historic Old Town Burleson, and I painted almost every one of those. In Mansfield, though, again, I painted the Chamber of Commerce back in the day. Again, as a big favor to them, because I basically did not charge. Let's say was compensated for a lot of my labor and the materials, but I did not charge a profit at all. So I did, again, that's the Chamber of Commerce, so I'm a marketing, and that's one of the ways I established my business was by working with the Chamber of Commerce, the Mansfield Chamber of Commerce, the businesses and the business owners in downtown historic Mansfield. Not only did I paint their businesses, but I painted their homes also, a good majority of them. Matthew Crocker painted those beautiful gold, red, and green colors over there for Matthew Crocker. He's one of my first jobs down there 20 years ago. So, here, brother. And so, I've worked really hard to establish this business, and these numbers here are they're astronomical, y'all. That's what I'm telling you, is I'm humbled here, and I'm sharing the two sides of being humble, which is to, be in awe, but to also be proud that I've worked very hard. If this was just handed to me, I couldn't tell you that I worked hard for it. And I did. I worked very hard for this. But what I have to work hard for now, and I don't know how to do it, I'm going to design new graphics and change my graphics on my YouTube channel specifically. I need to get a video put together from a YouTube channel that tells people to subscribe. But I've got to do multiple things on my YouTube channel specifically, but also Facebook, to drive up these subscriptions of subscribers and views and shares and likes. Because the YouTube people tells me that I'm missing out on these fortunes. That tells me every day, that slaps me in the face and says, "There's lots of money here for you, Christian Panthers. You stupido." And I've been too stupid about it. So everybody, please subscribe, and that just has to be a part of my jargon and part of my graphics, because it does make the difference. And you know, if people don't subscribe by just putting up the videos, people subscribe when you ask them to. So there it is. Nice. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to our Christian Painters community. Join me, won't you? I will be here every Monday for sure. And I will have guests. Hey, this is my last interior job here. I painted all these cabinets here in 2 days, and that's prime and paint. That means I sanded. You know, I got to take that back. I did quite a bit of sanding and cleaning on a third day. So with touch-ups and everything, I'm going to just be, you know, generous, or, you know, really, I'm going to say 3 days to do these cabinets, which meant sanding them down, cleaning them, caulking them in, all these areas around all the doors and the corners and everything where 2 pieces of wood come together, and then priming them with an oil-based enamel primer. So that means a lot of cleanup with paint thinner and cleaning with paint thinner, all that covering. And then the next day, clean them, sand them lightly, clean them, and painted them. So then after that, they were touched up, and the touch-up time took, I don't know, maybe an hour actually, because there was cleaning involved where I'd gotten paint in a couple of places where I didn't want it. And painter trick 101, clean up your mess. So about an hour with cleaning on those cabinets. And here's the cabinet color, the family of colors that you see in this picture here. Look, the old color's still on the wall. I don't have a new picture of that here. I could take you to the video. I'm going to end the YouTube segment here shortly. I'm just waiting for anybody who wants to hop on for a free estimate. Anyone who wants to get a free estimate, you don't have to hire me. If you're just curious, hey. If you're just curious, I just snapped my headphones in all the way. I'm thinking, my goodness, I hope y'all could hear me all this time. Surely my program, my self-engineered auto program would have told me. So while we're here, check that out. I'm going to give you some volume on this so you can enjoy this. You're listening to X610 Chill. Like it? This is X6 Chill. The song's called Dogmatic. You can pick up this CD you're listening to in June. It drops. X6 Chill. Talking about while I'm talking over the music. X6 Chill, pick that up in June. Isn't that freaking beautiful? That's XXN Chill. Their new record is dropping June the 1st, I believe, but in June. So everybody go reserve your copy. You can reserve your copy in advance now on your favorite MP3 formats. And it might just be Apple or something. So look around if you're interested. This is local talent right here in Arlington, Texas. So there's that. I pulled out these greens. Something told me there was somebody in the audience today that would be very interested in seeing some greens. So these are Kelly Moore color samples of green colors. Now keep in mind you're looking at it on your computer monitor or on your telephone, and it's printed. It's a printed medium through an electronic medium. It's not the actual paint. So going through 3 to 4 mediums here, these colors are subject to change, but they sure do look nice here on camera. And they will look beautiful on your walls. If you are interested in a free color consultation, just holler at me and let me know. Notice this family of colors here, I left in the center. This is a really nice, like, wow, look, it looks so much greener here than it does like in person. So this is a really nice gray green. I would not really, looking at the chip in person, wouldn't go, oh, that's a green, but you do on video. But in person, looking at it, you go, oh, that's a nice, oh, it's nice and green, isn't it? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Sometimes it helps to see a green next to a color you're talking about to see why you see a difference. All right, so here's that same green in the middle with green beside it and black behind it. All right, so again, a beautiful gray green, green gray right there. And let's just get together and have a good time. Let's talk about it. I've got all these colors pulled out here. Basically, they're all the green grays, the green beiges, and kind of green hued Kelly Moore colors. And then I have the blacks pulled out there and the white, so you can see the contrast between that. It's always helpful. That's another trick. Interior Decorating 101. If you're ever looking at a color, if you put it right in the center of your wall, well, everything around that color is going to affect how you see that color, and it'll throw it off. And that's probably why you're seeing a lot of green here, because a lot of it, I know on the screen there's all the colors, but my camera doesn't see all that. My camera only sees all this green and these colors on this backdrop. So that could be why it was pulling out so much of that green. I mean, I looked at it again as I took it away and went, no, it definitely doesn't look that green. And, you know, here's another option. Here's a fun game to play is, do you recognize your Sherwin-Williams color on the screen behind me? Because these are Sherwin-Williams colors on the screen behind me here. And yeah, I went, really, it's kind of funny. You have to go on the other side of these purples here. That's where the gray families start. But let's see what colors I have uploaded here. What is this color? Colors that go with agreeable gray, because agreeable gray was the family of colors that I just painted in this house. So what we'll do is we'll go on over here to my YouTube channel now. Again, you're listening to X610 Chill. In the background now, a full record to be released, X610 Chill, in just a couple of months. The 1st of June, I believe it's actually June 1st. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to hit that, killed that volume. There's a commercial. Who monetizes these pages anyway? So I just go over here and I can do this amazing thing where I share the screen here. I go to a thing here, extra camera, slides, what? Present, yeah, share screen right there. Go up here, click that, and boom, we can watch me paint together. Oh, wait. There I am back there. We found me. And look, I'm still on the bottom of the screen. Hi, everybody. Hey, Rick. How you doing over there? Man, looks like you're doing a great job. Wow. Hey, man, let's get a paint 5 here. Ready? Paint 5. So that's it. That's agreeable gray going on right there. See what happens here real quick, just as a test. When I click on this, boop, there's agreeable gray and colors that go with it. So on that wall is the agreeable gray. I'm going to come back and go this way on this wall. Look at there. That's how you cut in, folks. That little finger roller right there. It's one of the funniest things because I've always used a finger roller. It took me a while to just embrace it as part of my, my regular routine. And the reason why is because we're painters. I'm a painter. I don't mind slinging a brush at all. Like I'm kind of, that's what painting is. Painting is brush strokes, So it's just, that's the way that it is. And I can cut in straight lines really fast and everything. But, it's still at the end of the day, you want the best job that you can do as efficiently, which means as quickly as possible. Look at there. There's a nice classic X pattern there, folks. It's paint dispersal there. You got to I use a roller cover that holds a lot of paint so it doesn't drip off. But if I just like stuck it all in one spot, it'd become a problem. So you got to disperse the paint as you're rolling it around to get it off of the roller. Then you kind of go back and roll it in like this. And I'm very proud of this. The way you see me painting here now is standard. That's how I always paint. I always roll every 12 inches and overlap an inch or two every time. So every inch of that wall gets rolled 2 times while I'm rolling. And when I say 2 times, I don't mean up and down 2 times. It go up and down sometimes 10 times. It depends on how the paint's working, how my roller's working, how I'm feeling at the time about it. But it overlaps also. So it's just, that's the right way to paint. It's nice to see it, and it's nice to share it with you. I see I got a couple of viewers here. So thank you, everybody, for being with us today. Looks like we got comments. Kane, I've seen you before, haven't I? Very, very hard to find a true gray. That's right. Can't get stuck with green. Yeah, you're right. Green frog tape is so expensive. Okay, blue tape. Yeah, stick with blue tape. Don't give up on a good blue tape. Sure tape if you have to, sure tape is always 100%. Sure tape blue. Not all this new fancy named. If it's got a fancy name and a fancy package, it's not the blue tape we're talking about. Just a common, basic, standard blue tape. And if you need a guaranteed line, if you got to put the paint on thick on that edge, then take spackling and just as small of amount as you can. And I think Kane's a painter, so I'm sure he already knows this. I'm just talking to everybody at the same time. This is a painter's trick, painter trick 101. If you need a straight line, tape it off with your blue tape. But before you paint it, take spackling that's used to fill nail holes and put it along the edge that you're going to be painting. So it'll seal that. And then as you're putting it on, put it on as thin as possible. Like you're going to, it doesn't matter how thick you put it on, but take your finger and like rub it out of there as thin as possible. You don't want any more on that than, In other words, you don't want a big build because then you'll see this line there. But if you'll just take, you can even take a damp cotton rag. I do that and just wipe it that way. And then you're going to have to let it dry. And that's really what you should do anyway. Make sure that you have the time in that process of letting that dry, which can be minimized to 10 or 15 minutes with a fan. But otherwise, good 30 to 40 minutes. And then you can paint, and you can be guaranteed a straight line. And that's the only way that I know how to guarantee myself a straight line, you see, like a true gray. So there it is. I'm talking to your green tape reference. Never use green tape, folks. Never use yellow tape. I don't care what you're painting. Even when I'm painting on wood, metal, I use white tape for certain things. Like when we're painting outside, for example, we use a lot of white tape because I need it to stick to the brick and, I need it to stick to things. But very rarely to use a white tape on an interior. Maybe to tape off countertops. Use it to, when I'm taping off floors, we'll use it to tape the paper together in the center and things like that. So Kane Cordova, hey man, you should hop on here sometime. Really, you're welcome to. My phone number right here, I'll put it up here just in case you weren't here earlier when I had it up. There you go, 817-473-0310. I've got my phone right here beside me if anyone wants to call, and I'm getting ready to wrap up this show. I'm not going to be here all day, so if you're going to call now. And until then, I'm going to go back to Kane's other comment here, and I'm going to tell you while we're talking about, hey, thank you very much. You've been on here a couple of times on a couple of my shows. It's very important to me personally, so thank you very much. Can get stuck with green tint and blue tint. Yeah, so that's back to his gray comment. True gray. Here's the thing is I actually know Sherwin-Williams colors, so I can tell you like that agreeable gray that I was showing you earlier. That is, let's see. Let's make sure that we have an understanding here that there's no such thing as a true gray. All right. There's also no such thing as a true white, and there's no such thing as a true black. All right. So that's the truth. The idea is appearance. That's what we're talking about. All of life is, even, how you are true to yourself. It's still about appearance and how you present your true self. So anyway, so you're looking for a gray. When you say a perfect gray, you're looking for a gray that is not, like Kane said, green or blue. Those are the two worst offenders in a gray. You'll go pick out something, you're looking at the chip, and you might even put it on your wall, and then when a sample on your wall. But then when you paint your whole room and you see it in the daytime and the natural light and the sunshine hits it, it's like, whoa, I painted my room green. And so it is very important. I would like to actually pull up. Let's just give it a shot. Let's see if Sherwin-Williams will be friendly to us here. Honestly, I'm so used to looking up these colors on my phone and stuff that I don't know what I'm going to get here on my computer. This is kind of a new studio for me. It's not just that it's a new studio, it's that I haven't had time, basically. Okay, so we're looking at really that agreeable gray. It's kind of funny on my monitor. See, that's the thing, is my monitor could just be set this way. Your monitor might be different. You might not be seeing these colors the exact same way that I'm seeing them. So just for the sake of it, I am adding the Sherwin-Williams page here. Hopefully I'm not breaking any Sherwin-Williams rules. But let's see. Okay, up here. I wished you could see my cursor. I guess you can if I'm over here. Okay, now you can see my cursor because you can see the screen. Okay, see how these are red? All right. So see, this says gray. What do you not see, Kane? What do we not see in here in these grays? We're not seeing green or blue. So I'll be the first to admit, Keystone Gray. Wow, man, I thought that was like a little greener looking than that. See, I know my monitor's off now. Like I'm almost positive that Keystone Gray is greener than that. I've painted this. There's a house in Arlington off of, it's right there by the Tom Thumb. It's actually Pantego or barely back into Arlington, just past the library and Tom Thumb. Right there on the right. It's on the corner of Park Row and that street right there. I think the name of the street is David or something like that. But excuse me, just 1 second. All right, if no other reason, that's why I need to end this program. But this is what I do is I can walk you through all of these colors, and I have them in my car. Like I have all the colors together in the paint chip, so I can show you the paint chips and everything. But let's see here. Color sample, interior paint, exterior paint, coordinating colors. Ooh, look at that aqua stone. Isn't that pretty? Woo! Who wants to put that aqua stone in the house? All right, so there's a picture of a living room with agreeable gray. Which, see, again, on here, this almost looks like a beige. It's so red. There's no way that's a proper, or not agreeable, but Keystone. So let's see, brainstorm bronze. See, I know there's more green, and that has to be. That's one of the things. Well, look here, we got warm stone. And warm stone is a color that I painted in Midlothian, Mega Grayish. You can see these videos on my YouTube channel, by the way, but there's a commercial property in Midlothian right off of Old Business 287. And there's a Taco Bell out front, and in the shopping center, there is used to be a Blockbuster. Way back in the day, everybody remembered that. But today, it's there's a couple of doctors. Oh, there's a Little Caesars Pizza is there. And a pool, swimming pool, exterior design type company is there. And that's the color is warm stone. And so it is kind of warm like that. So that's why you see me kind of switching around or looking around here, because I'm trying to find a something that says similar colors. Find a color here. Paint color samples, top color, color collection, color by the room. Virtual color consultation, everybody. Free virtual color consultation. Here's how it works. So there, look, you don't need my help at all. You just call them and you can take care of all of it yourself. You do not need my expert 25-year lifetime experience at all. Just take these people's word for it. You can do it. Just play it. I'd be happy to help you if you need my help. If you don't, I'm going to wish you the very, very best and tell you as well, you can do it, because you can. Okay, all paint colors. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so see what I was saying. Here's our grays over here. Let me go back over here, make sure you can see that. Okay, yeah, so there's our grays right there. Back over here with my cursor. Get rid of this little box. And if you look behind me, the colors you see are more in here, because I wanted the vibrant colors behind me instead of the neutrals. I tried it. Trust me. I wanted the neutrals there, but when I looked at it, I was like, nah, I need the vibrant colors, not the neutrals. But right over here, these are where your grays start. Down here, here, and here. I don't know if you can see it, but these are kind of greenish grays right here. These are more brownish, warmer tones. And these are kind of reddish, purplish hued here. So ordinarily, I believe like these two families right here, and a lot of these green hued families are very popular. Laurel Woods, peppercorn. See, there you go. Peppercorn is a very popular color. I painted a front door peppercorn on this house just a couple of weeks ago, so you can see that. Grizzle Gray. I've got many videos on here with Grizzle Gray. Cityscape, 10 Lizzie. Gray Matters, Passive. So you can kind of see a little more of the purple in these as off-whites, so I don't tend to like those, but I like this when it gets into a medium. But especially here, this is a very nice, unique gray. Again, it doesn't go green or blue, and it's not beige either. What gives it that gray cityscape there, as you can see here, is that mauve. It's kind of a slight mauve-y hue, all right? So now going this way, we're getting more into the blue. So green was over here, mauve, still mauve. Cyberspace is like mauve, blue, going that direction. And look here, sea serpent. Now, before you don't like those, there are better blues. But look up here, Gibraltar. This is a beautiful color. It's just bluer in this darkest exterior, but as you get back into these medium tones, they wash out. So even that dust blue, morning fog, I've used many times. And again, these lighter shades here still retain some of that nice gray while having a slight blue to it. So really nice colors there. Whereas that, you can see, but that Gibraltar, a beautiful color. It's almost kind of a Dallas Cowboys blue on the exterior, almost. Dallas Cowboys gray. But either way, I painted this on multiple houses. The one that's coming to my mind right now is over in Fort Worth off of 377, just north of I-30, in that neighborhood, just on the north side of Carswell Air Force Base there. All right, so slate tile, it's a nice color. Remember, that's smoky blue. But when you get in these medium, Wall Street, that's a nice color. Steely gray, nice color. Now these are going to be a little, for off-whites, they're going to have a little too much color. So I was going back over here to this far green. See what that Laurel Woods, Night Owl, Attitude Gray. Yeah, most of these have a little more green in them than what I'm usually needing, because I don't really ever use any of these colors right here. And you can see that washes out white. What do we got over here? Stamped concrete. All right, so let's go back over here. Manor House, Hickory Smoke, Chateau Brown. So these Garrett Gray, this is a really nice exterior color. Spalding Gray. Again, these are the colors that are not green or blue or mauve. This is more mauve, that one is. It's almost traditional brown there. Chateau Brown, that's mauve. So that means that whole kind of family is slightly mauve. Garrett Gray, Spalding Gray, Chateau Gray. Perfect grays, versatile gray, and popular gray. So all the way through, that's a whole family of popular grays, because it's got that slight mauve hue to it that just really looks nice. That's the idea, is you just want it to be an ever so slight hue that you don't really pick up on. but you're also not seeing, you know, the green hues or the blue hues, I meant, and then the green hues. All right, so back down here, get that there. All right, so where are we at? Brainstorm bronze. So I'm back down here. Status bronze. This is a great color. Both of these are. Let's see. Urban bronze. That's my favorite. So back over here. Status bronze. Brainstorm bronze. Warm stone. Okay, so that's that same family. Mega grays. So all great exterior colors. They'll look great on your cabinets and interior walls, even if you're putting a nice color in your bathroom or your bedroom maybe or something. That black fox, I put that on many front doors. Gauntlet gray, I put on a lot of houses. Dovetail, all of these colors. Dorian gray, Acier gray, Mindful gray, Repos gray. Painted tons of houses these colors. You can see all those videos here. Now this is probably my favorite color, exterior color. It's got a green hue to it. It's urban bronze. But look, I mean, it's even called porpoise, but it's just it really is a perfect washed out grayish family. Intellectual gray, amazing gray, worldly gray. Those three colors are right up there at the top, and then urban bronze is certainly at the top of any dark gray color that Sherwin-Williams has. And then getting back into more of the slight red that has, you know, no green really, or not anything recognizable. All right, and before we finish this part of the broadcast, Rushing River. So those look greens. Foothills. I'm looking for colors I reckon. Okay, Van Dyke brown. This is just a nice true brown family of colors. So Tony taupe. I can't tell you how many houses I've painted Tony taupe in the past. Balanced beige. So all those family of colors there. Iron ore. I painted a lot of door colors. That iron ore. Painted a lot of doors. Black Magic. Tricorn black. That's the blackest black right there. Tricorn black is the blackest black that Sherwin-Williams has available. And folks, brace yourself. It is not a true black. Not any more than cyberspace or peppercorn or black fox or a true gray. And over here, high reflective white. Boy, doesn't that look bright. Yeah, notice it says reflective white. That means you can't get it in a paint that goes in your house. It's a commercial color. So let's see, Greek Villa. I'm looking for alabaster and pure white. So there's snowbound. So alabaster is the, there we go, is the second most common used white in the Sherwin-Williams family of whites. Let's see, where are these whites hiding at? They should just all been right there. Let's see. Anyway, they have a white called pure white, and I'm just not seeing it over there. And I know it's not over here because these are just all ooh, heartthrob. How about that lucky color? Who wants to be a heartthrob? Goldfinch. I painted that in a house in Mansfield over off of Turner Warnell 20 years ago. Nifty turquoise. Definitely painted that one. That nifty turquoise, that looks like something I would have painted for Mrs. Hilliard. Hello, Mrs. Hilliard and the Hilliard Foundation. So proud of you and your boy, but you especially. You're an amazing person. It was wonderful getting to know you, and it's wonderful following you, you content provider. You're doing amazing. Okay, that's Dr. Hilliard, everybody. He operated on most of your grandparents. That's his beautiful wife, Mrs. Hilliard, and their son playing for the Kansas City Royals. Major League Baseball. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and wrap up this edition of StreamYard. It looks like we might have another comment. Hey, Caden Cordoba. True. Yeah, man, there's no such thing. I tell people that, the Bible speaks of someday there will be some person that is so white that your eyes can't look upon them. Whatever that is. I mean, I don't think you want your white that white. That's my point. You don't want a white so bright that people can't look upon it. Unless, I don't know. But you don't want it in your home. Well, on your trim. You don't want it painted on your trim, highly reflective white. You'll be like looking at your phone at 10 o'clock at night and your trim woods and cabinets are sparkling and lighting up. All right, so I'm just having fun. Hey, Kane, thank you very much for joining me. Everyone else, thank you for joining me. I know there's a few of you. I see you there in the comments. Thank you to every one of my customers. This is what we're doing here. Live, interactive, question and answers, free estimates. If you would like to have a free estimate, in this case, this is a safe zone. You don't even have to hire me, just if you need a free estimate. What you'll want to do is let me know in the comments. I've also got a phone number here. You can see it right there, 817-473-0310. You can call that number, and I just need to verify that you're a customer who's needing, or a person who's needing an estimate. And then I'll send you the link, and we'll put you right on here. What you'll do is you'll take your cell phone and turn it around and show us your home, the areas that you want to have painted only. We don't need to see the rest of your home, just the areas that you need to have painted. And then we'll talk about that. I'll give you the prices. If you have questions about repairs specifically or colors specifically, then I'm more than happy to help you with that. And no joke, I am doing this because it's something that I enjoy. I kind of enjoy talking. Hello, thank you very much. You're listening to Christian Painters here on the YouTube channel. We're looking at Old Masters Gel Stained Glaze. That color right there is called Dark Walnut. If you have cabinets that look old and beat up like they're yesteryear's cabinets, they too can be saved with Old Masters Gel Stained Glaze. Just take this dark walnut after cleaning up your cabinet door and wipe it right on till your heart's content. And then take a clear coat protectant, spray it right on there, or brush or roll it on, and voila, brand new cabinet doors for your bathroom cabinets. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. And when you need a professional exterior house painting, you know who to call, or interior house painting, it's Christian Painters right here on your favorite YouTube channel, growing at the rate of 14 new subscribers monthly. So many people watching these videos around the world that someone is watching one of my videos at all times of the day, almost 24 hours a day. So for that, I am very humbled. I am very thankful, very appreciative, but also I am very proud to tell you that I've worked really hard. Hey, there you go. Look at that. So that's kind of there's agreeable gray. Looks a little yellow. Over here doesn't look near as yellow. I mean, just that kind of hue that you see there compared to that repose gray. It's not here on this one. And so then look at this. That's agreeable gray on the wall. The only place you see that color it's anywhere near that is right up there at the top where the light's hitting it right there. And there is a white on the ceiling and these doors. That's really what I'm taking a picture of here, the doors. The doors are freshly painted. They're still wet in that picture. All right. And look, there's pure white right there. If you want to see what Sherwin-Williams brightest white. That's the brightest white available. Painter's tip 101. Again, is if you're ever wanting the brightest white, if that's what you're after, you want a white, right? You know what the biggest mistake that people make is They walk into a store, they look at a gallon of paint and it says white on it, and they buy it and they take it home. That's a big mistake. Don't ever do that. What you want to do is you want to get the brightest white that they have. Like, for example, this is pure white, and you want them to add that tint because it needs that slight amount of umber or black or whatever they put in that. It needs that just to look right and to cover. So that's number one. But more important than, or just as important as that, is add a whole ounce of white tint or 2 whole ounces. It's up to you. You know, for me, it just depends on what the project is. Sometimes I do add 2 whole ounces. Most Sherwin-Williams products will take over 2 ounces of tint. And so sometimes I do add 2 ounces of white tint. But at least 1 ounce. I always add 1 ounce. It doesn't matter what white I'm buying. If it's pure white or alabaster or Swiss coffee from Kelly Moore, I'm going to put that 1 ounce minimal of white tint so that it covers. The other option, I'll promise you, is that you can just go ahead and plan on doing 2 coats. You just plan on it. Because anytime you're painting over white, like you're painting something as bright a white as possible, you know, you're painting over surfaces that you're just going to have to paint it twice. That's all. So there's painter's tip trick 101 again. Just add that ounce of white. All right. So once again, I appreciate you being here. Welcome to our Christian Painters community, where you too can get a free estimate, free color consultation, and answer any questions that you have. You can do that by posting your question in the comments. You can do that by calling the phone number 817-473-0310. I've got it right here to answer. And then finally, you can hop on the panel here with me. Let me remove this picture. You can hop right on the panel here with me. There will be 2 of us up here, and you'll just turn your phone around and show us what it is that you need to have painted, and I can give you the price. Here's my number here, 817-473-0310. This is just one of my little yard signs. It's a yard sign that I put out in front of your yard to let everybody know who is beautifying your investment and who can help them beautify theirs. And then also, I 100% will be bringing other guests on here to interview. I want to give a shout out to Jason Birch over at B&B Printing. I just had new cards printed up last month. I've been using B&B Printing out of Mansfield, Texas. That's Jason Birch at B&B Printing, Mansfield, Texas. Well, all of my life, really. Brian Christian, his parents owned a print shop, so kind of started with him, but their print shop was a casualty to the Texas Rangers ballpark. Their property was annexed, so they moved the store and business just didn't pick back up. So they weren't able to sustain that Mr. Speedy print shop right there across the street from the old ballpark back in the day. That's Brian Christian. So thank you, Brian Christian. And thank you, Jason Birch at B&B Printing, X610 Chill. All right, so that's what it's going to be. We're definitely going to have some guests to interview, And when I say guest, I don't mean just anybody, people that are professionals in their trades, air conditioning, heating, roofing contractors that are friends, people that I know personally, um, plumbers, basically everybody in the industry. I'm just now getting this whole process started. I do a music show every Wednesday night, and I've worked out a lot of the kinks in the studio process doing that. I've always had a knack for public speaking. I don't have all the inhibitions that most people have. And so it's just something that I kind of enjoy doing. It's what I am committed to doing. And right now, we're going to call it Free Estimate Monday until otherwise noted. So plan on being back here every Monday afternoon sometime until I figure out a permanent time on Mondays or move it or whatever. And just stick with us because it should get better every week. And eventually, like I said, I will have guests. And before you know it, it'll be like, boom, overnight, we'll have a real nice professional operation here where I have guests, and we'll keep this whole process entertaining and informative. I'll have a presentation prepared for you each week, kind of like I did today. I mean, we went over my statistics. I think that's pretty interesting. I don't think I'm supposed to share this stuff. YouTube might get mad at me or upset with me for giving you that much detail. That's why I don't really go into more detail than what I do, because I think YouTube frowns on it. But either way, I think this is exciting, and I kind of wish some of my other people that I follow on a regular basis, like for example, I'll give you two people so I don't sound biased. I don't really follow true crime much at all anymore. I never intended to in the first place. I was looking for gray noise. I just needed something to kind of turn on that I could keep the demons out of my thoughts and give me something to listen to that I wasn't as interested in. And I found Gisela K over at Grizzly True Crime. Back in the beginning, a year ago now or so, she her presentations were not live. And so I could just listen to her, and her presentations were lengthy and very well put together. And so I could listen to her for 30 minutes, just do a presentation. And she has a very nice, subtle voice. And so it just worked. I found myself listening and keeping up vaguely with true crime on Grizzly True Crime. Well, as it turns out, two things. She's just the best in the business. I mean, her presentations were so good, I couldn't help but to learn and kind of get interested. But at the same time, this whole StreamYard process was really blowing up. I was already aware of StreamYard through Mark Vorderberg. He's the guy that owns or operates Texas Foraging or foragingtexas.com. Foragingtexas.com is the most extensive wild food foraging website for the state of Texas. He's also author of a couple of books and part owner or involved with a Medicine Man Co. company. So anyway, I say all that just to show my appreciation, because I just saw him doing this one day where I saw him on Facebook and YouTube, and he could see people's comments, whether they were on Facebook or YouTube, and it was all live, and it blew me away. I was like, whoa, I know what to do with that technology. All right, well, then I saw Gisela K do that, and so it was really interesting watching her channel just blow up. I'm sure she's over 100 subscribers now. And I was back in the first 5,000 for sure. So that was really fun to watch. But now most of her stuff is live, and it's not gray noise anymore. It's like, you got to be ready to be active and keep up, pass you by really fast. So, but either way, I'm really proud of her, and I don't blame her for the way that her show is now versus to how it was a year ago. I'm really proud of her. She's doing a great service for mankind. Okay, so my other would be Jason Green. I'm a musician. I love rock and roll music. So there's a guy named Jason Green, and he has a podcast called Waste Some Time with Jason Green. And he is just well known enough within the music world that, you know, he's able to get together some good guests, and he's entertaining himself. And let's see, what was it we were talking about? Oh, people sharing. I'd love to see what some of his stats look like, you know, and I'd love to see what some of Gisela K's stats look like. But I don't expect it. I'm just saying that's one of the reasons why I didn't mind sharing it, because I think it's interesting. But I also mostly wanted to share it so that I could say thank you. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. Always, I am very humbled, while at the same time, I'm also very hungry. Hungry. So feed me, Jack. I am hungry. Hungry, Jack. I need money. So if you need your house painted and you're in Mansfield, South Arlington, surrounding areas, don't hesitate to contact me. Let me help you out. I will give you a free estimate right here, just like this. Or you can just send me pictures and videos, and we'll do it on the phone or through email. Generally, I just need to get you in the ballpark. If you're one of my customers, I've already painted for you. You already know my pricing. I'll be right on over. You know, if you call me and you're one of my former customers, I'm assuming you're calling me because you want to hire me. But that's what it's all about in this day and age. Trust me, it won't be long. I won't be in this business, and neither will other people like me. And you'll be having the same process with Home Depot and Sherwin-Williams and Walmart. And you'll be lucky to get your painters there on time and to finish your job on time. And, you know, but Home Depot will apologize, and they'll make you right and make right by it, and they won't charge you till 2025. So that's where all of this is headed. And if you will entrust me now and help me get my feet on the ground here by subscribing and sharing these videos and liking and commenting, and I will comment back. That's what I do. I comment back every time. So if you'll help me get my feet on the ground here by supporting me now, I will be true to you forever, because that's who I am. You know, don't get me wrong. The old criminal syndicate will come after me eventually. But until then, I stand for you, the people. All right, so let me help you. And if you need your house painted and you're in our area where I can service you, well then, please, you help me, because I need all the help I can getting all the business that I can. I basically raise my grandson. Anybody who doesn't know, I keep my grandson half the time. His grandmother keeps him half the time. She's Jama, I'm Pops, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It's a long story, but nothing sweeter about it, but that, you know, we're all in love, and it's, again, an honor. And I just need your business so I can provide for my grandson and my family. Okay. Thank you very much for being with me, and we'll talk to you real soon. And until next Monday, that's when I'll be back here for sure. I might get a hankering tomorrow. I could be, if I'm not working tomorrow, I might make a video tomorrow. If I have a customer that calls, if you call me and say, hey, I need an estimate, I might be on here tomorrow with a customer to give an estimate, and then also extend it to a presentation. All right. Thank you. We'll see you every Monday for sure. And then anytime between when I have a need to hop on live, whether it's with a customer for an estimate, to give a presentation, or if I'm working tomorrow, I'll be here making videos of my job. All right.